to another edition of Author E. Jamie Watches, a somewhat weekly show where I react to television shows and or movies and hopefully entertain y'all. For this week, we are back with the TV show Outlander. We are watching Season 6, Episode 7. After this, there's just one more episode to go in the season. So, in the last episode, Malva, little horny bitch that she is, lied about the fact that she was knocked up by our precious cinnamon roll, Jamie Fraser. Oh, she was knocked up, but not by our Jamf. And at the end of the episode, she was sent off to another plane. Likely not upstairs. So, and Claire found her. Tried to save the baby, but it looks like she was not successful. And there was, a great moment where Claire was insisting to Jamie that she believed him when he told her that he was not the one who stupped Malva. And that whole conversation about if any part of me believed you, not, and her thing was not that she believed he didn't sleep with Malva, because she was very sick at the time and had a vision that her fever brain sort of misconstrued. It was that he would do it and then lie to her and say that he hadn't. So that was her sort of stance on it. So when he told her that he hadn't, she believed him. Because if she didn't believe him, then everything that they had between them was a lie. And considering the whole, her giving up her life in the future for him, and causing Brianna and Roger and to come back to the past, everything that set those events in motion, which is her love for Jamie, was a lie. And that is I love that conversation. For us book readers, it's an iconic conversation, and I'm very glad that they kept it in the show. So now we have Claire left with Malva's and the baby's dead bodies. And that's where we left off. Again, I am a book reader, so I'm going to try and not spoil things sort of as I watch the episode. But when something happens, I might be oh, yep, I remember that from the books, or oh, I know what's coming, or oh, that kind of stuff. Because I know that there are show people who don't read the books. And that's fine. That's fine. But I'm not one of those people oh, you shouldn't spoil things for people and blah, blah, blah. And for the most part, I am not that person. I'm personal responsibility. If you don't want to know things, don't go online. Mute the Outlander hashtag. You can do that. That's on you. These books have been out for 20, 30 years now. People should be allowed to talk about them if they want to. However, the caveat with me is, yes, I know that there are show people who have not read the books. So I understand that. And again, for myself, I'm on season 6. We're going into episode 7. The show has run into season 7. I think they're at the half season hiatus right now. So they're already a few episodes into season 7. But as someone who is reacting to the show, I don't want to be spoiled. So it's on me, personal responsibility, to try and avoid those spoilers. It's not on the people who want to talk about the episodes and what they loved about them online. It's not up to them to not talk about them just in case somebody might be spoiled. Somebody. It's on me, the person who does not want to be spoiled, to try and avoid those things. So, and for the most part, I think I've done a good job. Because again, while I have read the books, I am still sort of in the first bit of Bees. I don't remember a lot from the books because it takes her so long to write them. And as an author, believe me, I totally understand. She writes some damn big books. My books are nowhere near sort of that big. But so when like each book comes out, I don't necessarily ever remember everything that happened in the previous book. So in a way, sort of reacting to the shows kind of refreshes my memory and might sort of bring in new things that were not in the books. And I know this is heresy to say, but sometimes the changes are better. Yes, I said it. You can call me, you're not a true Outlander fan. How can you say that? I said what I said. Sometimes the show changes from the book are better. And with that, let us get into Season 6, Episode 7. Here we go. Oh, that was such a good episode. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad that Claire finally had that conversation with Jamie about the ether. And I know a lot of people didn't like the ether storyline. I thought it didn't sort of bother me. Like I sort of get why it was going on, and it didn't seem out of character for Claire to me. Like I know it did for like a lot of people, but it didn't to me, because I thought it was good to show that this woman who was always so like strong and kind of like self-possessed, and to show that like something can really sort of break her and unrattle her, and like can sort of like leave her raw and desperate. So I didn't mind that. Maybe now sort of we're gonna get past the ether thing, and she'll not rely on it kind of anymore. Well, now that she's apparently going to be carted off to redneck prison or wherever the heck she's going. Yeah, so hopefully we've like reached the end of that saga for her. Roger looks like more and more that he is going to be becoming the Reverend. And I love the look on Jamie's face when Roger was talking to him. Because to me, it sort of read like, yeah, I knew you were going to be the one to be the Reverend. you just had to take that little trip yourself to the realization. I was just gonna let you do it. So yeah, Jamie was kind of like, yeah, I'm not surprised. Thank God for the lightness of Lizzie, Josiah, and Kenzie. Because, oh my God, this episode definitely needed it. Because as powerful and moving as Claire's confession to Jamie was, and oh my God, Katrina Balfe, how dare you? And just Sam's just realization of how much, or Jamie's realization, Sam's performance is what I mean, portraying Jamie's realization of how scared and desperate Claire was beautiful. But yeah, the heaviness of this episode was definitely relieved by Lizzie and Josiah and Kenzie and their little polyamorous love story. I totally loved it. Yeah, so I think that's going to be it for this week's episode. I forgot to mention in the beginning, as I always do, but if you are new here, you will be able to get the full unedited reaction of this in Patreon, if you want to head over there and support me there. It's $5 a month for the full unedited reaction. You get access to everything. For YouTube, there will be the heavily edited version on my YouTube reaction channel. And on my regular channel, you'll get the preview clip with the link to the YouTube reaction. And all the links to sort of everything will be in the description box. So, yeah, so that's going to be it for this week's video. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/authorejamie. Like my Facebook page at facebook.com/authorejamie. And I will talk to you guys next time. Lizzie, you smart little bitch. I love her. The wedding cake. Will it have, like, 2 grooms and a bride?